everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a big video. It's going to be basically a giant story time of an ultrasound that I had recently, kind of. Just where I've been and why we had to move out of our old house and just answering a bunch of your questions that you guys left on my Instagram. So, what are you looking at? Also, at the end of this video, we're going to give you a house tour of our new place. And we're going to show you around. In fact, I'm going to let Cartia show you guys around. I know it has been a long time since I've posted, but it is for very specific reasons. You guys will find out. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Oh, and in case you're new here or completely forgot who I am, hi, my name is Allie. I'm a single mom to a beautiful girl named Cartia, and we make videos on YouTube sometimes. So subscribe if you want to see them or not. But we're about to show you a house tour and update you on our lives since we've been off YouTube for a while. Here's my kitchen and here's Cartia's. And if you want to see the full house tour, keep watching the video. It'll be at the very end. Okay, so to explain this unexpected ultrasound, I have to go back in time to when we first moved into our new house. It was big, it was beautiful, it was everything we had dreamed of in a place and more. So we got it right before the pandemic happened, thinking that all of these rooms and all of this space that was this huge house was going to be shared with family and friends when they came and visited us, since we normally traveled to see all of our friends and family all the time. So the timeline starts with us moving, pandemic happening right at the same time. I started to experience a lot of anxiety, depression, insomnia. I feel like I was worried all the time and I didn't know why, and I thought it was because of the pandemic, and I'm sure a lot of it was, but this goes a lot deeper. A lot of my hair started falling out, which was really weird, and then my skin was breaking out so much, and it had kind of been doing this for a while now. Like, all these symptoms I feel like I have been experiencing before all of that, every now and then in just small amounts, but it exploded when we moved houses to that big, beautiful house that we loved so much. It felt like every morning, no matter how much sleep I got, I was fighting for energy. And during the night, I felt like I was just wide awake. And it was the weirdest thing, and I tried so many things to help me. I tried working out, even though it was really hard for me to work out because all of a sudden I just didn't have energy anymore. And it was so weird. And I became very lonely during this process because I don't like to ask people for help a lot of the time. And I didn't want people to worry about me because I felt like there's just so much more to worry about in the world, which is not the right choice. You are worth being worried over by people that you love. But anyways, it started getting so bad that I thought, this can't just be because of the pandemic. I am practicing being away from social media. I'm just with Cartia. I'm happy. I'm just focusing on her. My faith has been stronger than it's ever been. I was spending so much time in the Word and in truth, and it was like something in me was quite literally making me just so sad and anxious, and just it was weird. So I went into a doctor's office and got my blood tested, and they went through all of these different symptoms, like just my eating patterns, and even I had weight gain. My hair started falling out. Hello, Editing Allie here. The footage went really weird for some reason and cut out some of the stuff I was talking about, but basically I went through a few doctors and all of them had different ideas for why I was feeling the way I was feeling. The first doctor immediately just wanted to put me on antidepressants and all sorts of medications that I just didn't agree with going on, with no explanation and without the doctor even really trying to figure out what was going on under the surface. So then I saw two other doctors, and one diagnosed me with adrenal fatigue, and I think they were just throwing stuff everywhere. Then later I met a doctor who suspected PCOS with all of my symptoms, and the last thing she needed to do was give me an ultrasound to fully diagnose and see how many cysts were actually on my ovaries. So the next clips you see are going to be me talking about those questions that you asked from my last video. I got diagnosed with PCOS, and people also wondered, did I think I was pregnant when I was going in for the ultrasound? And that is a 100% no, because I'm abstinent. I've talked about that before, but yes, they scheduled this ultrasound specifically to look at my ovaries and what was going on in there. Ultrasounds have always been really hard for me because the first time I ever had an ultrasound was with Cartia. I was 17, I was alone, I was scared and confused. All things that I experienced with this most recent ultrasound as well. So ultrasounds have just been very lonely for me. We had to move out of my last place because of just how big it was, and then all these symptoms that started popping up. I just knew I needed somewhere smaller, I needed a change, I needed a clean, new place. I definitely just wanted to minimalize. At that point, I wanted to minimalize my entire life. Get rid of a lot of things. What? Cartia has left again. I'm so sorry that she's running in and out of this video. We're about to show you a house tour right after I'm done answering some of these questions, but I'm sure a lot of people that have ever experienced anxiety or depression or any of those mental health struggles can agree that sometimes just things feel heavy. Everything in your life becomes really overwhelming. Simple tasks become overwhelming. Pretty soon even physical things become overwhelming. Like for me, it almost felt like the more things I had and the bigger this house was, I just felt so alone. Does that make sense? So we downsized to a 2-bedroom place that has like a little office area that we can turn into a guest room if we need to. It's much smaller and it's kind of laid out like an apartment, so it's built upwards. The neighborhood is really safe, the community's great, the location is great. Hi, I'm back as I'm editing, and I forgot to mention, as soon as I moved, some of my symptoms started clearing up just a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And so the doctor suspected that there may have been mold in the other house we were living in because it was much older and it was so big. I mean, it's kind of hard for houses not to have mold in Houston, especially because it's very humid here. So the new house that we moved into was built 2 years ago. There's 0 mold. Everything is brand new. It's really weird how it worked out, but mold can flare up any chronic illness. So it's actually what helped me get diagnosed, which is kind of good, I guess.
Mom.
But at the same time, I have to like detox from mold and all the other hormonal imbalances that PCOS can cause. So back to the video. Moving definitely improved my physical health because we were now in a clean new space, and my mental health for just feeling like it was a fresh beginning, and we got rid of a lot of stuff when we moved, which was just a really good feeling to do. So I feel like that answers most of the big questions that you guys have, and I'll go into some of those smaller questions in another video, but this is the biggest update of my life. I'm doing so much better, and now that I have actually acknowledged and realized the problem and had it been confirmed by a few doctors, although it's been a very confusing journey, I'm sure anyone with chronic illness will understand. It's very weird, and it almost feels like I'm not worthy of any sympathy because you can't really see it on the outside very much, which is super weird. But now we're gonna give you a mini house tour of our new place. Hi! We would begin this home tour in no other room except for my bedroom. That's right, we are in my sanctuary right now. My favorite place to be, in my bedroom, with Cartia, just hanging out. Of course, the unicorn in the corner indicates that it's not really my bedroom, but both of our room, honestly, even though she has one downstairs. We spend a lot of time up here together. Over there, I have a stationary bike that Cartia loves because I'm always on it. I edit videos, well, I guess I'm gonna start editing videos right there at my desk. And there's just a bunch of IKEA projects that I have yet to do over there. And yeah, there's an abundance of plants and just things that make me happy in this room, like this oversized mirror. I know it's a bit plain, but we're gonna add things slowly. Also, I'm gonna spare you this room, which is my bathroom, and show you my living room. Okay. Cartia, what are you doing?
Washing my hands.
Oh, washing them?
Yes.
Why?
Because I need to.
And on that note, welcome to our living room. This is a place where we do love to hang out. As you can see, Blippi is in the background, very on theme for us.
Look at you in the room.
And what do you do in this room? And now to one of the most important rooms in the house, the kitchen. Over here is my little tea and coffee corner. Over here's the fridge, and wait, what's that over there? A really awesome pan? Let's talk about it. And for the next part of today's video, I'd like to thank my friends over at our place for completely changing one of my favorite things to do. I absolutely love cooking and I kind of have to do it every single day. And they came out with the Always pan that replaces your fry pan, saute pan, steamer, skillet, saucier, saucepan, non-stick pan, spatula, and spoon rest. All in one. Not only is this pan beautiful, I mean look at it, but you can braise, sear, steam, strain, saute, fry, boil, serve, and store just about anything in this pan. For the sake of showing you this pan in all of its glory, I'm sharing with you one of my favorite candied sweet potato recipes that I've been making for fall. First I fry up and cook the sweet potatoes on the stove. Then I put the lid on for it to get nice and crispy, and then I just store it to eat throughout the week. I'm a big believer that the kitchen is the heart of the home, and I always grew up cooking things with family and friends, and thanks to our place, they've made it a lot cuter and a lot simpler. As you guys know, moving into this house in general, my goal has been to minimize and make everything that's in our space serve a multitude of functions and not just sit there. The fact that every single one of their products not only stores beautifully, looks beautifully, and works beautifully means that I'm already a big fan. I've definitely been putting every single one of their products to the test, and I can assure you I love everything, and I know that you guys will too. Thank you, Our Place! Sponsors like Our Place make it possible for us to do what we love on this channel and share big and small companies alike that are making big differences around the world.
Bye! Yeah, let's show them.
Okay, let's do it. Wow, you look like a real princess coming down the stairs.
Yeah, they got my long dress on.
Mm-hmm. What room is this?
Mine.
It is? Can you show me around? Who's that?
Cat baby.
So your kitchen? Is this where you do your cooking? Right next to Cartia's room is the office room that I kind of turned into a guest room. So this is what it looks like, just covered in blankets and whatnot. Also downstairs is a bathroom for the guests and Cartia, of course, and it comes with a shower, which is nice. This is where my friends and my little sister will stay when they come and visit. So far, my little sister has stayed here before, and my dad while he was visiting.
Wanna say hello? Wanna say hello, baby?
Whoa, you okay?
Hey, baby. Oh, I think this one.
Oh, you're a good mama.
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this on.
Ooh, this is pretty. I like this.
Got all the fireplace on.
So in consensus, this is our home. This is our little space of the world. It makes me so happy and it gives me hope and reminds me of a fresh start. Everything in here serves a purpose. Everything in here just breathes a new chapter in our lives. So we're very happy. And we hope you guys are too. We are praying for you and thinking about you, and thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you in our next one.